So regardless, you guys are still charging.
No, wait.
You, sir,
Now,
yes,
let-
I can show you proof here. I can prepare.
Yes, I know you
Ryan Air that flies from, let's say, Lithuania now to just European countries would charge you $30, $15 for 2 hours flight.
2 hours flight.
$15, sir.
Yes.
That is less than 30,000 naira.
Yes. For 2 hours flight.
For 2 hours flight.
Yes.
In Nigeria, 45 minutes flight.
Yes.
The same that they charge 400,000. 450.
We had air flew from where?
Is it international flight?
From where?
Yeah, European Airline.
In Lithuania to where?
Let's say from Lithuania to London.
Let's go from Heathrow.
Yes.
Let's say Heathrow to Amsterdam. Let's put it that way. It's even less than an hour flight, and they've charged you 30,000, 40,000. I agree with you. Now, let me give you an instance of flying from Europe, right? Or let me say Dubai, compared to an hour flight in Nigeria. Of course, that's happened.
Where the president used a commercial flight.
Yes. That happened.
Nigeria also.
There was a time Asma was not taking the Ghanaian president's aircraft. I was on that flight. They're going to, I think, this is where we're going.
Ghana doesn't have presidential aircraft.
That's fine. That was, I think,
small Ghana. Welcome to Meet with Insight, where real conversations open doors to clarity, growth, and new possibilities. Today we are sitting with Mr. Joseph, a seasoned flight dispatcher and aviation expert with over a decade of experience, currently leading operations as head of OCC in Abuja for one of Nigeria's leading airlines. He's a man who understands the sky beyond the surface, from the precision behind every flight to the decisions that keep everything moving safely and efficiently. In this conversation, we explore the world of aviation through his eyes, career opportunities, the certifications that matter, the realities of airline operations, and important insights on pricing, policies, and what it truly takes to build future in this space. If you've ever wondered what it really takes to work in aviation, this is one of those conversations you would want to lean into. This is Meet with Insight, where insight meets real life. Thank you, sir. Welcome to Meet with Insight.
Thank you, Benji.
Let's start from the beginning. Has it always been aviation? Like, has it always been a dream for you or something else?
For me, that's always been physics. No, I just love physics, quantum physics, and physics, calculation. After my university, I was retained by University of Jos to lecture physics. But because of the crisis and in Jos, I said, okay, no, let me just do something else, then go back to lecturing. So coming into aviation for me, it was an excursion during my 300 level to NCAT.
Okay.
So we went to NCAT, and the guy that was taking us around, so it was just making it very interesting. You know, you always know this thing about flying and the nights around flying, around aircraft. You know, then we thought if you got close to the aircraft or you saw the aircraft to explode, all those kind of things. So the guy was explaining about the aircraft, the technical, and he was an operational guy. So I was talking more on the operation side. I was like, okay, I studied physics. Yeah. So in my mind, the mechanics were just playing. When he was talking about that flight, but the mechanics were just playing in my head. And okay, I think I can fit into this sector. So the moment physics did not work, I just okay. Do you know what? After my NYC, during my NYC, I put into NCAT. So I was doing NCAT and NYC together. Then it was easy because it was only NCAT. There was aviation school in Nigeria. Okay. Before the advent of the Aero Consult and the rest came in. So it was still NCAT. So during my NCAT period, Virgin Nigeria came in, that Peter Branson was trying to pick the best ways to encourage Nigeria aviators, people into aviation. So now came to NCAT, like, he's looking for the best students. Yes. Automatic employment. Wow. So then the race now began, where I think we had 3, 4 that made the best. So they need to. So now the criteria was now, do you have BSc? So fortunately, I had the 3 of them does have BSc. So they go secondary school straight into NCAT. And from the ranking, I was supposed to be number 3.
Yeah. So because of that,
because the leverage for you now. The leverage for the BSc, and that's how I enter into aviation properly. Now that's coming to the airline aspect of aviation. So coming in, it was rosy because then it was Richard Branson, there was procedure, there was what would I call it? This, then everything was just intact. Understand? So unlike what we have today. Although airlines now are trying, they're trying, but then they're all because standards.
Mm.
As a British guy, whatever person is advancing it or is, there was just standards. So coming in, it was easy for me to come into aviation. The knowledge was there, vast.
Yeah.
Everything was just there for you to come in and you read. So that was where I built my aviation career. So now,
That is interesting. But when you talk about aviation job, a lot of people feel like it is cabin crew and pilots. But you now you're a flight dispatcher. Can you tell us like a little
now
info?
when we are talking about aviation is vast, as I said,
Yeah.
it's a sector on its own.
Mm.
Now we have the operators, which is airline operators, and we have the airport management. So in the airport management, we have the FAN, that's the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria.
Yes.
We have the regulators,
Okay.
the NCA.
Mm-hmm.
We also have the airspace management, which is the NAMA.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you are in aviation, these are all aviation sector. We also have the ministries,
Okay.
Ministry of Aviation, and other parastatals in aviation. We have the Meteorological Agency of Nigeria.
Yeah.
So, some of them are working for aviation, from navigation, that from sea, from those. So
Yeah.
everything together make up aviation sector. So it's a sector on its own. Now people, once they hear aviation, once their mind goes into is the airline.
Mm.
Airline is just a fragment. Like when I say for airline is just like the fan always say, they are the customer.
Yes.
Fan, that's the airport authority and the landlord. That's
Yeah.
literally means
Yes.
understand. It's just a literally way to just feel it. So in aviation sector is robust. So now where do you which one is your passion? Say for example now, there are people behind the scene that are very important. We call them ATC, air traffic controller. Let me start from there.
Okay.
So the air traffic controller, you don't see them, but they play the major role in aviation sector. They are the one directing the paths, giving navigation, telling the pilots the routes to fly. We call it flight plan or paths.
Oh.
Get
Okay. It's not. Sorry. So pilot don't have a say on up there.
no. Now it is designed just like how will I put it? Let me just put it in layman language.
Please do.
Yeah, just where we have your GPS.
Yes.
So all those routes are already designed, right?
Okay.
So the same way, every route in the country, even around the world, as a globe, is already designed. We call it airways.
Yeah.
Airways. Understand? So they are all designed. They are all paths you follow. Say for example, I'm coming from Abuja to Lagos. There is a path you follow. Let me put this literally for everybody to understand.
So two aircraft cannot be on air. Just the way we have two rail on the road, where two cars can pass at the same way,
In fact, 10, 100 can be on the air at the same time,
going to the same direction.
going to the same direction. Now, what we call separations.
Okay.
We hear the word RVSM.
Okay.
So I don't want to go into that technicality. So RVSM, that's the separation vertical minimum, in which every airway is separated by 1,000. Have you wondered if you sit close to the aircraft, the window side? Sometimes you see some parts.
Yeah.
Sometimes you see an aircraft over you.
That will be on a long haul flight. They barely happen
Even here in Nigeria,
It barely happens.
it's barely happens, but it happens in Nigeria. I've been in a flight from Lagos to Abuja. Then, of course, flight is overtaking.
Wait.
You just say it to
Like,
yes.
why? 45 minutes journey.
The aircraft may not be going to Abuja where I'm going. It can be going to Sokoto, but because of the speed. So that's the work of the air traffic controller. Here, the traffic is controlling.
Okay.
Understand? But these guys are not really listening. They are behind the scene. You see, you know about the pilot, the engineer, the cabin crew, the flight dispatcher, the ramp officer, but and you don't hear the words air traffic controller. In fact, some people think air traffic controller are marshals. You hear the word air traffic controller, okay, those guys that the aircraft are doing like this, yes.
I need to think so.
And then the controller,
Yes.
no, they are not. They are not the controller. So the air traffic controller, they play an integral role in aviation sector, but they are behind the scene. So I saw this to tell you that in a sector, there are those that are behind the scene. and they assume they are front line. Airline staff are the front line. That's the one that most passengers interact with. Understand? So we have the airline, but also have the airport management.
Okay.
So the airport management, I can say to the farm, even the NAMA manage the airways and navigations. You cannot move without navigating your way. That's what NAMA stands for. So if you are coming into aviation, you have to ask yourself, where is it the airline, the pilots, or the I want to be cabin crew, I want to be an engineer, I want to be a flight dispatcher, flight operation officer, I want to be a ramp officer, ticketing agent, or you want to be airport, the management aspect, which is the airports,
Yeah.
or the airspace management, the NAMA.
So with what you said about that airspace, you said that the few number of aircrafts can be on air to the same direction at the same time. So why is it that, let's say that the president is passing, is flying to another destination? Why do they also used to do what is it called
VIP.
VIP, and all aircraft to be on ground for his own flight to take off? Why? I think the sky is enough for all of us to fly.
The sky is enough for everybody to fly. In fact, the president can take off and you can take off the night.
And talk will not collide.
We not collide, yes. But that's what we call protocol. Now, this literally is about one, respect.
This is the time you subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you enjoy what we do here, which I'm very sure you do, please subscribe. We notice that 80% of our viewers have not yet subscribed to our channel, to our YouTube channel. So please subscribe, like, share, comment, and also follow us across all our social platforms on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Same name, Meet with Insight. Please engage with us. This helps us grow. This helps us create better content and as well give you good knowledge. Okay, thank you.
Number two, of course, VIP.
Okay, what like safety, I mean.
Important people. Yeah, safety. No, it's not like safety. It's just like, okay, we want, again, we can put safety. We don't want, the president needs to go. We don't want an aircraft to take off now and maybe have emergency. So we just want to be sure that the airways is clear.
Oh.
Actually, okay. That will be. So we
have operation going on. You can also capture it.
Sorry for that. Yes, this OCC, operation control. Please take the radio and so now for the VIP movements, let me just say this: if you go to a place like US or an airport that have like 10 runways because of the volume of traffic in that kind of place, we are talking of 10 aircraft landing at the same time. You go to a place like Kennedy Airport, JFK in US, we have multiple runways.
I think even Ethiopia have something.
Ethiopia has like 2 runways.
Okay.
Simultaneously. So now if you have something like that, they do observe VIP. Don't think they don't, but their president is timed. All I just need is I just need 5 minutes separation from the president so that it is clear. What they will do, they factor it in, they issue out a notice to airmen, but the operator, not for everybody to know, but for the consign in their airspace management to know that the president will be traveling at this also time. Right? Then what they now do, they will now systematically put a delay. Hey, you coming, reduce your speed by so, reduce your speed. And the lady president, I was watching, I think Obama, during Obama administration was leaving the US, I think was going to one country. He was having, if you see a tiny earpiece, just a point where like, okay, it was now running. Because they are counting down 10, 9, 8. He was there at the aircraft at this sort time. So you have to depart at this sort time. So that one is because of the volume of traffic they have.
Yeah.
We cannot operate that when we operate in Nigeria, they cannot be obtainable there because of volume of traffic. Sometimes in Abuja, when traffic is really much, they do allow some aircraft to go. And when the president is in the airport about to taxi, that's when yes, it depends on traffic. But if there is not much traffic, the protocol is that's Nigeria protocol. Every aircraft stay until the VIP airborne. And it only happens when the president, it doesn't matter the presidential aircraft. If you have an aircraft now and our president is there to use your aircraft, that aircraft automatically becomes
Presidential.
001 presidential aircraft.
Hmm.
I can rent any aircraft. Any aircraft that the president is a presidential aircraft.
But such scenario has never happened.
Of course, it has happened.
Where the president used a commercial flight.
Yes. It happened.
In Nigeria or somewhere.
There was a time Asma was not taking the Ghanaian president aircraft. I was on that flight. We're going to, I think, is this Joburg or where we're going that day?
Ghana doesn't have
That
presidential
time.
aircraft.
That was, I think,
Small Ghana. Please tell us the year.
I won't say it because this is social media, but you can Google it. Or the time Aslan was the one, I think the aircraft went for sea check.
Oh.
It just happened. They can rent an aircraft. So that aircraft that they became Ghana presidential aircraft. So they give, as you are flying over airspace, they give those aircraft priority.
I see.
Becomes priority. Now let me give you an example. The moment, let's say former presidents now, the moment your tenure expires,
Become
I
ordinary.
remember when the former president Buhari, after the handover,
Yes.
it came in to airport. The same presidential movement, the same aircraft that we have stay 45 minutes ground all other aircraft. It was the same presidential movement, but at that time, it was not the president. The same 001 aircraft it took off like normal, queue behind and take off normal.
The same presidential aircraft.
The same presidential aircraft. Now, because it was not the president, so at that point, it's not the presidential aircraft.
Interesting.
So it becomes presidential aircraft when the president is there.
I see. Thank you. So, with what you have said now, I think we have a more deeper understanding of what this aviation is. It's a sector on its own, and it's very vast. You made mention about when you're starting days in your career that you had BSc. That was your leverage. I thought in aviation that certification is not a thing because they would say, for example, cabin crew. They would tell you once you have your O-level SSE, you can speak English, you can write, then you can go for your cabin crew training.
Yeah.
So,
Now let me tell you.
or is certificate still a thing?
The thing is now, my example is about we want to pick one
Yeah.
out of 20.
I see.
Understand? Then out of it, we have 4 qualified. Now one was already an instructor in Zaria, so we are now level 3. Out of the 3 of you, we need one person. So now, what is added? Here's the word added advantage. The added advantage I had was I have a BSc, they have SSE. Okay, you because you have BSc. If it was about the written, what the OCOPs, they may have maybe I think they have some have 98, I have 97 or so. So somebody has 98, 98.5, something like that. So understand. So just either now let me break it down. Yes, in aviation, what's really important now when I'm talking about aviation now, I'm streaming now down to airlines and those that operate with licensing.
Okay.
When I'm talking about airline, we also those that are licensed and unlicensed.
I think operational are the licensed part.
Operational are licensed. We have flight operations, ground operation. Ground operation does not really require license. We have flight operation require license mostly, and also have maintenance. Now, for a I'll normally give this example. If you graduate with a first class PhD, master's PhD in aeronautical engineer, that BSc. I mean, with your BSc, PhD, aeronautical engineer, professor in aeronautical engineer, you cannot touch the aircraft.
Until.
But someone with SSE went to NCAT and or any aviation training school and got his license,
Yes.
got his certification, they proceed for license, and was not licensed by the regulator, be it Nigeria Civil Aviation Regulator NCA or EASA, which is Europe, or FAA, which is America. Someone with license is authorized to touch or to work on the aircraft.
No matter the country aircraft.
No matter the country aircraft.
It's the country license. Sorry.
Yes. But in Nigeria, each country now domesticates their license. Like in Nigeria now, you have to have NCA.
If you don't.
If you have others, you do what we call conversion. which means it's an air law, you write air law, and for you to know that you are cognizant with our environment.
I get that.
Are we going to that? That was another thing entirely.
Yes, yes.
So because every country has their mode of operation or regulations. So yours may be stricter than mine. Mine may be each country have its own like that. So if you are licensed by NCA, you are now allowed to touch the aircraft. So if you look at this in that context, that means what I need is the license, not the BS certification. But but you need the certification because if you want to go in the career path along the line, if you want to move from the handyman, the technician, the engineers that always go to the ramp and fix this, you want to move into management. Whereas you're no longer working with the hands, you're not working with the brain. Those certifications really matters. That's where those certification comes in. Management. All this your masters, your BSc, it gives you those is an added advantage.
Thank you very much for that. As regarding aviation, is it more about discipline or more about passion?
As I say, two with both work together. Now, number one, you must have passion for it. Most people were looking at aviation as a way out of poverty, out of joblessness. Think of it this way. Very, just look at it. You finish your school at the age of, let's say, 15 or 16 or 17. Then you go to aviation school. Let's say you went for piloting. When you spend 2 years, you are done with your, it's 1 year,
Yes.
trialing. Then you went for seeing, blah, blah, all those. Then you get the job. Your mates were just in 100 level. Yeah. Then you get the job. After you went to aviation school, you are done within that 1 year. Before they enter 200 level, you already are seeing later, you're already safety officer, you're already working. By the time you are done, 4 years after, 5 years after NYC, you have spent 4 or 5 years with that airline, you are ready for command. Right? By the time your mates are coming to look for job,
If you go to this aviation school,
go to the nations for looking for a job, you already have a command. Any millions. Is that not? So most people look at it that way that okay, for dispatch, instead of me going to after my secondary school, instead of me going to university, I just go and do 3 months course, I get the job as a dispatcher, I begin to earn money. So now before the 4 years, I must have grown into a senior flight dispatcher. Or 5 years as a flight dispatcher, senior flight dispatcher. So by the time they are looking for a job 5 years later, you already 5 years experience in dispatch. So if those guys are not coming back into aviation, you are not on the same level again. So people look at aviation that way. Cabin crew, 2 months course, 5 years, before you know it, I'm already a person. While you are just finishing your investing. So people are looking at it, maybe it's just a short cut to success. So the passion was not there. Then just okay, let me just use this as a shortcut to success. But most times people are disappointed.
very well,
Disappointed, you get it. Find out it was not
as you thought.
as you thought. Yeah, because to actually get the job, it's not actually easy. That's what nobody just get there. I'm having my license and I'm getting
Even
the
to
job.
get the license, the
Now,
exams they are very
the exam.
tough.
to get the exam, to get your to get the license is of course the regulations are making it. So first I will say you need to have a passion for it. Know what you want. Now mostly like I have a friend now that is a pilot now. You know, he's not a captain now. The guy initially anytime you just see aircraft, you just be shaking. You just once an aircraft pass, you want to come out and see. You just be shaking. Just there is this passion. Then I met him when he was working with Airtel. He was doing well. But anytime you see him, you just want to see the aircrafts and that. We are discussing about planes. Man, this guy knows about planes. What the Airbus, the this, that. He love Airbus. I'm like, guy, okay, Airbus, okay,
Boss that fly.
bus that's flying. So you just make before you know, like that, go for piloting.
Wow.
Just go for it. This is your passion. And he went, I think he came, we worked together again. I can say this is one of our best because of the passion. So he puts everything into it and was one of the best pilots. But pilots we have in Nigeria, I can say that. He's one of the best pilots we have in Nigeria. He's now a captain and he's doing well. Yes, he has passion first, they now attach discipline. Now, where discipline comes in is this. Aviation can, if you enter aviation, it's a sector that can give you money very fast. But if you are not disciplined, there are other ways you can make money legally, illegally
In aviation.
in aviation. So if you are not disciplined, you want to take the shortcuts.
This is the time you subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you enjoy what we do here, which I'm very sure you do, please subscribe. We notice that 80% of our viewers have not yet subscribed to our channel, to our YouTube channel. So please subscribe, like, share, comment, and also follow us across all our social platforms on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Same name, Meet with Insight. Please engage with us. This helps us grow. This helps us create better content and as well give you good knowledge. Okay, thank you.
So I worked with you for 2 years, exactly 2 years. And I noticed one thing with you, that you are very tolerant, man. You tolerate a lot. And you are a very patient man. Is that what they taught you guys in the dispatch class? Because what I'm asking is, a lot of lives depend on you guys daily. Do you get? People depend on you. They trust you people without even seeing you. Like the aircraft that left a few minutes ago, the lives depend on you literally, right? So how do you manage that pressure?
Now, aviation is a pressurized environment, like where, as a flight operation officer, is a pressurized environment. Now, okay, yes, I supervise how people under me. I will just put that one to my entry level into aviation. I enter into aviation into my first airline I work with was uh, what's it called? Air Nigeria. That's Virgin Nigeria.
Okay.
Come to Air Nigeria. Now, we have Richard Branson that is standard.
Okay.
Understand? So there we are talking about pressure. We are talking of you literally releasing over 10 aircrafts at the same time. We have aircraft going everywhere. We are everywhere. But at the same time, one thing is important: how to manage pressure. Understand? Now, the first thing I understand is priority. In aviation or in flight operation, the workload will just come boom, and if you don't prioritize, you will just end up majoring on the minor. At the end of the day, you miss the major thing, nothing to do. So now the first thing I do is prioritize. Just calm down. No matter the pressure, this one is calling you, aircraft is AOG, this one is landing at this time, this one needs to go, this one is catering, this one is all at the same time, whether at this destination, you have a lot of workload. The first thing you need to do, first calm down. Number two, once you prioritize, okay, prioritize the workload. Which one have more priority? The one landing, this one just landing, is coming to park. So it's really catering, you need this, you need that, you stay. Then the one going, yes, you have a schedule to meet up with. So when you prioritize, divide this, then you will now assign duties. You focus on this task. You focus on this task. You focus on this task. This. At the end of the day, the work is done. Without necessarily running to this, running back, shouting at this, shouting. And again, lastly, I trust. Once I give you assignment, I just trust you to deliver. Even though you don't deliver, and I find that you won't deliver, I won't allow you to make the mistake before I interject. I'll quickly call you politely and say, the way you are going, breathe me. As you are walking, I expect you to breathe and rebreathe. This is what I'm doing. This is where I'm at this point. Okay, at this point, do this, do this, do this. Oh, at this point, retrace your step and do this, do this, do this without shouting.
So what is the scariest decision you have made as a flight dispatcher? Regarding operations.
Regarding operation, I have a lot. But this one that normally comes to my memory is my early days in aviation. Then with Nigeria, then thank you for time together. I was still, yes, literally the longest. Like, new flight dispatcher, we have supervisors. So it was a weekend, and my supervisor, no, then my duty manager was like, hey, you know what, I trust you, and do operation, right? Just handle this operation. And then I had a call from a guy just called from Ipso. He now called me that our aircraft that is going to Nigeria, that there is a bomb, that there is a bag inside the aircraft, we should take that aircraft back. That there is a bag inside the aircraft and suspecting it's a bomb. Now, these aircraft have already 4 hours gone out of 6 hours. Those 2 hours remaining. And I'm in communication. The captain just called to brief. I just brief the captain. Reporting is reporting point. We just had a discussion. We can provide this, what. And I can call the captain back. So at that point, I tried my supervisor. I tried everybody. Their line was not going through. Their line was not going through for a moment. Now, if I turn this aircraft back to Heathrow, that means, and they checked and nothing was found. Voila. If this aircraft is on proceed, then midway the bomb will explode. Voila, there is a record, there is a conversation that warned me to let the aircraft come back. So first I look at, okay, the aircraft is closer to me than Heathrow. So let the aircraft come to Abuja, number one. Number two, if I raise alarm, trust Nigeria, panic. And if now happens to be a false alarm, I'm in trouble. So what did I do? I just called the guy back. I said, okay, my aircraft. What's the color of my aircraft? I was like, the aircraft, just give me one. I think it's blue, and okay. What time did my aircraft take off? So all this information were wrong. In my mind, I just said, okay, no, that's not my aircraft. In my mind, I said, okay, thank you for that information. I didn't brief the captain, so I quickly sent a mail to the network. This is what happened, and this was my decision. So the CSO, she could also copy it, and okay, that's good. Just come around. After the aircraft land, gently, screen all the bags, and found all the bags were inside. There's no issue on all those bags. That decision was scary. I guess I've taken the decision, operational decision, when it comes to cancellations. You always see the word operational reason. Come to the airport and they tell you operational
We are
reason.
coming to that. That's your common English. No matter what it is, operational reasons.
Operational reason, no?
Sorry for the inconvenience.
Yeah, sorry for the yeah, sorry. So all those ones, yes, day-to-day operational decisions, they will make decisions. But to me, the scariest moment was that, and it was also one of the things that actually pushed me up early in aviation sector.
Oh.
The chairman gets to know, everybody gets to know, and they're like, oh, this guy, and just give me a leverage.
That's interesting. But one thing that is very, very concerning for me is how aviation operation is very, very different in Nigeria compared to other African countries. Let me explain.
Okay.
We hear delays common in Nigeria. You can't say that there's no airline in Nigeria now that can operate a full flight. Maybe they have 5 flights operation daily. And you say that these 5 flights, there's no delay. Okay, let's say minimum, there's no 1 hour delay. It's not possible. All of them, the flight that's supposed to depart at 8 will definitely end up departing at 10. Why is it so common in Nigeria?
Now, when we are talking about flight delays, the general public will just delay airlines delays. Now, I want you to understand something. We are in business, and what we sell, our business, what we sell is time and comfort.
Yes.
Where our money come from is time. Now, let me give you for example. For every 1 minute delay, it costs us a lot. Let's say, for example, for our APU one that is what we call APU, like when you should park the aircraft on ground.
Yes.
Now the engine is off.
Yeah.
We call it auxiliary power units.
Yes.
Auxiliary power units. So that was what keeps the engine, the aircraft running, the cooling, them. I don't go into that details. Now, this is burning fuel per seconds. Now, if you calculate the amount of fuel this burns for a period of 5 minutes in naira times 30 minutes, times 7 days, times 30 days in a year is going to billions. So we are more time conscious than you are.
So why do you keep delaying?
Now, because I would say because of infrastructure. Delay does not really start from the airline.
Okay.
Delay starts from you, from
Being
the
passenger.
airports, from the passengers. Now, say for example, Abuja Airport.
Hmm.
Before you come into Abuja Airport, how many checkpoints you meet on the road?
Meet 1,
2, 3,
three, yeah. Meet up
checkpoints.
to 4.
Up to 4 checkpoints before you come into the aircraft. I mean, into the airport itself. You get to the airport, coming in, another screening point. Takes your time. Then you before you now eventually comes in to the
That doesn't
airport.
connect.
I'm going somewhere first. Now, a flight of 7 o'clock.
Hmm.
When we say 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock should be our airborne time.
Yes.
Now, if 7 o'clock is my airborne time, that means I should depart the gate.
This is 7:30, 6:30 or something.
That's 6:35.
6:30.
Be realistic. How many of people will be at the airport at 6:30?
A lot of people meet up with that. So I don't want to cause a debate, but I feel like
Now, that's just one aspect of the delay. Now, if you now go to a place like Lagos, well, okay, now 6:30 we come into the aircraft. Now there's a lot of congestion at the like a place like let me say MM2 now. Congestion on the tarmac. Now before the airline push back, it leaves Abuja. Let's say it's not Abuja from Lagos, for example, to a place as Owerri. And before he airborne traffic, because of the volume of traffic into Lagos or into Abuja, ATC takes some, then it's now get to Owerri. Before it turn around from Owerri, it has already back into that time. We give you a scheduled time.
yes.
But this schedule, before this aircraft will comes to the airport, because I'm moving from one city to another city, it's just like, let me just give you this example. So what will make this thing more realistic to you is when you have a child that use school bus. School resume, let's say 8 o'clock. But at what time does the bus get to school? Because of several pickup. Because of several pickup, you go to this one, 3 minutes delay from here, 2 minutes delay from here, 1 minute delay from here, from here. Accumulation of it, it comes to an hour. That is one major factor that we face as an airliner. Because we don't want to, because you pay per seat. That's how we cost our total cost is passenger per seat. So we do whether we break even or not, whether it takes over the operational cost, the fueling, everything.
Yes.
So we don't want to leave you behind. We want to pick you. So in that 5 minutes limit, 10 minutes limit, that one it bites into time for the other sector. That's one major factor. Another factor what we call force major.
Okay.
That's the one you cannot really control. That is whether now a flight is doing Abuja, Owerri, Lagos, Owerri, then it's coming back to you, coming back to Abuja to now do Abuja Asaba. Now I'm giving you Abuja Asaba to be 1 o'clock. Now if this flight leaves 7 o'clock from Abuja to Owerri or 8 o'clock, it should be back by 12 o'clock to now operate your 1 o'clock flight. But before he leaves Abuja, there is fog weather in Owerri, in Osubi.
Yes.
So maybe 1 hour. Eventually leave because of the passenger here understand. The one in Osubi understand, they can see that yes, this weather, an aircraft cannot land here. You get, so those one will not complain delay. So this now from Abuja now we delay the flight for like 2 or 3 hours. Now tell me, before we board, before we disembark in Usubi, before we fuel, before the aircraft not taxi out, other aircraft in front of you won't want to land. We have only one runway in most of these airports in Nigeria. So landing take priority. No matter how you try, the one landing takes priority over the one departing. So you have to wait for an aircraft to land before you take off. About 10 minutes into your time, 20 minutes into your time, get to the next sector. The same thing happened, the same routine, before I now come back to you. Julie now said, looking at that, we cannot meet at 1 o'clock. This aircraft will eventually get here back to Abuja around 2:30 or 3. So what do? we quickly send you a revised schedule or a rescheduling messages telling you that this your flight to Asaba by 1 o'clock has been rescheduled to 4 o'clock due operational reason. I don't need to be telling you it's because the aircraft will start from Osubi to this.
Yes, sir.
I don't need that. You don't need that information. So it is operational,
I get you.
right? So that is why we hear the word operational reason. So this is operational reason. Now, another reason for this, so the first reason I tell you is number one,
Human factor.
human factor, the environmental factor. It causes delay. The way the airport is set up. Look at Abuja, for example, where the boarding gate is to where the aircraft is parked. The fan bus is not available. That one will give you 2 or 3 minutes. Yes, you can say you are the airline. You should have factored that one in. Yes, we factor it in. Now, you of saying how will you leave 30 passenger because of delay at the
Boarding gate.
so not boarding gate this time around. Delay at the entrance into the airport because of traffic. Yes, sir, yes, you want to mix up, but you are leaving 20, 30 passengers. Is that business? That's no business sense. Because of traffic, entering into the airport, traffic. Because of the airport, you see a long queue. These guys struggle. They left their home very early. They left very early. They are at the airport, but they cannot even access inside the airport because of long queue. You get, so you factor them in a little, but that factoring it in and bite into your time. So that's the environmental factor. As I said, we give out to aircraft that is landing,
Yeah.
takeoff. Now another factor, delay due traffic. There's also traffic, you have one wrong way. Understand? Sometimes when I tell you, okay, because there is a weather around this side, they can change the landing. So maybe runway 24 to runway 04, all those ones happen. So traffic, if you have more aircraft landing, you will wait.
All of them to land.
No, not all of them, because of like, maybe I have three landing at the same time on sequence. I have to wait before you take off, then you wait. All those ones, you have aircraft ahead of you. So that one bites 10 minutes, 20 minutes into your time. En routes, there must even be a traffic en routes. And there may not be weather at destination where you are going.
Yes.
You look at, oh, there's no weather everywhere is clear. Where you are coming from, everywhere is clear. There is no weather. But en routes, you're talking about turbulence.
Yeah.
So every pilot wants to avoid that turbulence, wants to make the flight smooth. So if I want to make the flight smooth to avoid turbulence, I will have to take a longer route, a longer path. So that one to a factor into the delay. So by the time we get to the other station, those one will understand we have just 15 minutes delay, 20 minutes delay. But over time, a flight of 9 o'clock will now be departing 12 o'clock.
Very terrible.
That's 9 p.m. now departing because of accumulations of delay from the previous sector. So, as I said, every airline, what we sell is time. We sell time, we sell comfort. That will give us money. We want you to come back. You want to sell the time, you get value for your time. So that's what we sell. So with that, we don't plan for delay. So except for force majeure, so environmental delays, the one we cannot control. We can only walk around with it. You have the force majeure, which is the weather. Can be within destination, then it will now affect subsequent flight. We tell you operational reason. We are flying machine. We are machine. And in aviation, safety is our number one priority. So the pilot that is flying, the cabin crew that's inside the aircraft, the engineer that's releasing the aircraft, the dispatcher that is releasing the aircraft, everything is, all of them are thinking number one thing first
Safety.
is safety. So if there is something, no matter how little,
Must
it
work
is
it.
on the aircraft, we work for it, we wait, we fix it. Before we don't just say, well, go and come back. It's not simulation. Or like, oh, it's my car, it's the carburetor. Let me
No,
just-
don't do that.
You know that's simulation. You will wait. Now, this part, sometimes, what if this aircraft now have that issue in a station where it's not the base, where the engineers are not there? Let's say, for example, in Benin, or in Osubi, or in Owerri. So we have to wait for an airline that is going to that site and fix it. You get. Now I know a lot of things. A lot of people were talking about. Okay, that's why you should have plenty aircraft. Even though you have 20 aircrafts operating, all those aircraft are scheduled for a particular operation. So that's why rescheduling come in. We have to reschedule this due to operational reason. It will not tell you it's due to maintenance of the aircraft. Because if I tell you it's due to maintenance of the aircraft, your mind will begin to go ping, ping, ping. Am I sure they maintain it well? Who is maintaining it? Is there a white man? Is there a black man? Oh, I didn't forget. So to save you all those, we said operational reason. It's still in operation, operational reason. It can be due force major weather on previous flights, operational reason. So here the word operational reason a lot.
So in nutshell, the delay is actually for our safety. Do you think operation in Nigeria is profitable for airlines?
Now for airlines, now the yeah, talking about our aviation, I mean airlines now, it is seasonal.
This is the time you subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you enjoy what we do here, which I'm very sure you do, please subscribe. We notice that 80% of our viewers have not yet subscribed to our channel, to our YouTube channel. So please subscribe, like, share, comment, and also follow us across all our social platforms on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Same name, Meet with Insight. Please engage with us. This helps us grow. This helps us create better content and as well give you good knowledge. Okay, thank you.
It's not all year. Is it profitable? Yes. But the question is, what is the profit margin?
I see.
Low. Now, if you are coming into aviation, I mean, coming to schedule, no one of airlines now, airline operation, we have scheduled and non-scheduled. For scheduled, that's the one like, okay, this time is fixed, this time we are going, and the popular airlines, you know. The non-scheduled, what we call the private, that's luxurious parts of aviation, that we should yeah, those ones always say that profitable. They are making their money because it is in foreign currency. So they are making their money in dollars. And everything you buy it in dollars. Now for non-schedule, the profit margin is low and it's seasonal. You only make your money during the season. Out of the season, you are just keeping in to survive. And again, we have so many regulatory bodies. We have regulatory bodies, and we also have so many channels in which it's taking the money back from you. Now you sell tickets. Somebody is wondering why I can only sell tickets. I also rate. I also rate, but you are paying so many taxes, and the operators have been complaining that there are multiple taxes. That means this agency is taxing me. I'm paying for this agency. This agency too is coming. Let me give for example, as an airline, you are inside the airport, right? Each airport, for every passenger, fan will come and collect what we call PSA, passenger charge. Now, this passenger charge includes you using the boarding gate, you coming down, all those facilities you use at the airport, and the buses.
Yes.
But most time, we all know that this bus will be not there. And you see passengers complaining, hey, you this airline, you guys are not friendly, you guys are not customer. You make me work very in Abuja. You just make us there is no customer service. You make us work inside the sun. But they've collected this money for this. But for every passenger, every ticket you sell, one we collect, right? Then we pay for navigation charges. That one is there. Now we come and collect. Now that is, they tell you navigational charges, which means for every navigation, those equipment you use from takeoff to landing, right? Those one we collect. Now NCA will come again and say 5% is our own of. So tell me, how much will you now build the ticket? Then you are paying for fuel.
So less, you guys are still charging.
No, wait.
You, sir,
Now,
yes,
let me-
I can show you proof here. I came prepared.
Yes, I know you.
Ryanair, for example, that flies from, let's say, Lithuania now to just European countries, would charge you $30, $15 for 2 hours flights.
2 hours flight.
$15, sir.
Yes.
That's less than 30,000 naira.
Yes. For 2 hours flight.
For 2 hours flights.
Yes.
In Nigeria, 45 minutes flights.
Yeah.
December, they charge 400,000. 450.
We had air flew from where?
It's international flight.
From
European airline.
In Lithuania to where?
Let's say from Lithuania to London.
Let's go from Heathrow.
Yes.
Let's Heathrow to Amsterdam. Let's put it that way. It's even less than an hour flight, and they've charged you 30,000, 50,000. I agree with you. Now, let me give you an instance of flying from Europe, right? Or let me say Dubai, an hour flight compared to an hour flight in Nigeria. Now, let me tell you, wait, listen to me. In Nigeria, right? If I sell a ticket, just calculate with me. You know the amount fuel is. Now, what we call operational costs. Let me list my operational costs for you.
Okay.
Then you will now judge how much will I sell these tickets, right? Now, I have an aircraft of 150 capacity, or I have an aircraft of 120 capacity, 100 capacity. I also have a aircraft of 50 capacity. Now, let me first put the one that is easy to calculate, the 150 capacity aircrafts. Now, I'm going from Abuja to Lagos. Averagely, I'm going to take over 7,000 or to 8,000 liters of fuel on that aircraft.
Is it for to and flow or just for
For
one way?
going,
Okay.
averagely
Yeah.
going, provided there is no weather, provided all things being equal, provided there is no VIP, all things being equal. Now, aviation fuel today is selling between over 1,500, or let's even leave it for a basic calculation. Let's leave it at 1,000, which is more than that as present. 1,000. So 1,000 times 7,000 liters. How much is that? Do the calculation. I'm giving you the list. It's not 1,000. No. I'm losing. Say for example, let's say you will drop to 1,000. So 1,000 times 7,000 liters or 8,000 liters. Put that one aside. Out of it, for every ticket I'm selling, I sold, I'm going to pay 5% to NCA. Please deduct 5% from that ticket. Now, that's I'm going to sell it. I'm going to pay for passenger service charge. I'm going to pay for for navigational charges is there. I just want to pay it. I pay that one in dollars. So now, if you take away this, don't forget I have insurance to pay.
You guys have insurance in your tickets now.
In your ticket. So I'm going to factor in insurance into it, right? So by the time I now take this, you can just do that mental calculation and you would tell me how much you're a business person will you charge per passenger per seat? How much will you sell a seat? If you do that calculation, trust me, you won't sell a ticket less than 300,000 in Nigeria. For you to break even. Now, for me to break even, which means I equip, not making profit, so I make my operational costs back. Like I just whatever I just make with those operational costs. Don't forget, I still have staff to pay. I have maintenance to do, which is in dollars. I have to pay for service charge, like the airport service charge, pay for office space. I still have to pay for so many things, even don't call it even cost. Then at the end of the day, how much will you sell? Because where the money is actually coming from, for me to run this, is from tickets.
Yeah.
It's not coming from anywhere. So let's be realistic. Where the money is coming from is ticket sales that is coming in from. So for how much will I now sell a seat to break even? So for me to break even for 150, which means how many seats, how many tickets will I sell for me to break even to make my operational cost back, not profits.
But these things have always been there.
Have you heard of Inside Travels? They are the best. When you talk about hotel reservations, talk about airport shuttles, talk about tour guides, talk about, just imagine it is done. With Inside Travels, flight bookings, I think even the best travel agency in Nigeria do not give you the rate at which Inside gives you. Try it and see. I know you want to reach out. Call the number on your screen right now. Don't wait for tomorrow. Slots have been taken.
When tickets, what nice sounding like it was 4 years ago. As at 2023, you could get tickets for 50,000.
At 2023, how much is a per liter of
Well, I'm not trying to be political now.
No, see, it's not political. It's operational cost. Now, we are all because of inflation. And don't forget, these aircrafts were leased. Now, let me take you back to the aircraft. Now, we hear about wet lease, dry lease. I don't want to go into detail of that one. The aircraft was leased. And for now, there is no, this aircraft, you might lease them from European countries, from America, because of over the years, things that have happened, people have really bastardized this. Thank God for the, yes, I'll give it to the present aviation minister.
Really?
is doing a good job in that regard. Yeah, he's a lawyer. I give it. The reason I give it to him is that most people that have been there, some of them are not really understand. Because he's a lawyer, he understand that the problem is the law, not actually policy. In Nigerian aviation, we don't really have policy problem. We have NCAA has done a fantastic job in terms of regulations, in terms of policies. They have done a fantastic job. But our problem is not policy, no, but it's about law. And Nigeria airlines are losing, whereas the other foreign airlines are cashing out more. So it's just trying. Yes, cannot. Rome is not built in a day. It's not done yet, but of course, it's trying his best in that aspect. So going back to the discussion, so no, they are not even giving Nigeria operators aircraft again as dry lease. Which means we give you this aircraft, just like hire.
Yeah.
I hire this aircraft, so you use it, you maintain it. No, those guys will come and say, if I'm giving you this aircraft, I'm bringing in my crew, I'm bringing in my engineer
For operations.
for operations, so that we see what you are doing.
Wow.
So they are the one averagely determining what you are doing because it's their aircraft. Now you sign with them, depending on what you sign with them. You may even sign by flight hour, depends on your agreement. It may even be engine cycle. Engine cycle is once I put all these aircraft until I shut the aircraft down, this is the amount you are paying me in dollars. In dollars. So I start, boom, I shut it down. This is I don't care how many passenger you carry. This is the amount I'm getting from you. Why? Maybe to answer, why can't we buy aircraft? No problem. These equipments are very, very expensive. Outright purchase, it will take longer time to recoup that money back. So dry lease, yeah, a little bit better, but no aircraft, no airline, no country is doing dry lease with us. So that's why I give it to aviation minister. He's working on that. He's working on that so that we can able to get dry lease back. It's policy and law in place. So, but before now, it's wet lease predominantly. So at the end of the day, when this guy tells you per engine cycle, whether I just on the engine for you to just take the aircraft from here to you and now shut it down, the reposition, you are paying, for example, let's say $3,000. So per engine cycle, this is what you are paying me in dollars. Then fueling, then all these charges. My brother, you cannot, you find out that what you are paying, you are not paying the operational cost. Airline is losing. That's why I say that the profit margin is not there.
So what is very low? Like should be done.
Now, what is there for the most of the operators? They are just in business, just to keep it afloat. Do whatever it is, keep it in afloat. There is bank loan, keep it afloat because of the passion. And of course, is it profitable? There will be a time where during the peak period, you make your money. You mentioned that time during December,
So ticket for
500,000. Let me give you an example for it. Now, it's just in economics. What they call as demand and supply. That was comes in. Now we have 500 people, 1,000 people for a particular ticket. Ticket was scarce. The equipment on ground. This last December, we have dirty December. You know, whatever you call it, dirty December or what. So we have influx of people into the country. And now, people were complaining of delays. Yes, my airline caused a bit about that. A lot of bits. You carry yourself delayed. But what people don't understand that because of the facility we have on ground was overstretched. Because a particular point, the conveyor belt carrying the bags broke down. People literally have to carry, they're talking about over 1,000 bags before you take it from the side, from the inside the terminal building outside, literally loading it manually. So manual loading, it costs a lot. And screening points, how many bags? So many airlines coming with so many bags, and the aviation security needs to ensure all are properly screened. We have people coming into the airport because they're coming abroad. Yes, they bought expensive wine, they put inside their bag. So you have to screen to put all those things back because they are flammable liquids. They're flammable liquid, can't go. So a lot, when you remove it from their bag, a lot of arguments. Hey, this, do you know how much this one is? Meanwhile, arguing with you, delaying so many bags. So that one caused a lot of delays. And I said the other time that those delays are reactionary because we delay at this airport, it's your 20 minutes delay, it's almost 40 minutes delay here. Before you now get here, that becomes 1 hour delay. Before you now get to this one, that becomes 3 hours delay, that becomes 4 hours delay here. So that's how reactionary delay. So during that December period, because of demand and supply, we have to up the tickets and it is not available. That's why I always advise you buy your tickets ahead. So yes, the airline makes profits during that time. They make profits. But now they're not making profits now. No, because it's off season.
They are still making profits, sir. Airline, there's no way airlines are not making with this amount of money that is sell tickets now.
You
They hardly see tickets of less than 95,000.
95,000.
You can't see anything less.
I just explained to you the operational costs. I tell you, most of these aircraft are wet lease. So how much actually making? They're not making the money. See, you're just making the money to just make sure that okay, you are afloat.
I see.
They are not making what you are thinking.
Kudos to Obi Orokonkwo and Airline on them.
No, all the operators in Nigeria, they are really trying. So they're not really making this profits. You think the agents are thinking they are making profits? No, operational cost is more. Yeah, so we are taking more is being taken.
What do you think the government should do to support?
Now, what the government is doing, what the Aviation Minister is doing, is to just continue what he's doing. Whereas you see him going out, the other time he went to South Africa to make a South Africa convention where Nigerians that can now dry lease, sign a partnership because all these guys they want to give us the aircraft, but they need assurance because we have a lot of bottleneck in our because the insurance will tell you it is Nigerian insurance that will insure your aircraft. Now, if Nigerian insurance insure your aircraft, the Nigerian insurance does not have the capability to even insure your aircraft. They will not outsource it to foreign insurance. So those ones will now bill them in dollars. They will not add their own twist and do it to you. So that's why I said insurance is money. It's taking a lot out of innovation. So those ones will now bill you again and take that from you. So the Aviation Minister is working on from the policy because I followed the emails and from the policy I found that this guy is in the right path. What we actually necessary is the law. We have good policy, we have good regulation, the regulators are fantastic, but the bottleneck, all those bottlenecks. So just give these guys assurance that if the aircraft comes into the country, you can, if these guys are not meeting up with the demand, the operators are not meeting up with your demands or with the agreement, you can come back and pick the aircraft. Let me tell you over the years, Nigerian operators, way before now, they will dry lease aircrafts. Once they dry lease aircrafts, they will be owing their lease off, right? So okay, just like let me give this in a layman language, like hire purchase. You are giving me these aircrafts that's supposed to be remitting some amount to you every month or weekly or yearly. So Nigerian operators will tell you, they're not making profits. They're just making the profits, like that. They are not paying the operators the result. This guy, you're not paying me our agreements. That's a breach in contract. I'm coming to pick my aircraft. You know what they will do? They will make sure that they will just dismantle that aircraft and remove it. And by the time you come for your aircraft, nothing. You remove all the parts, sell the parts, and you just come back and find out that nothing. So they now come back and find carcass of the aircraft. So they cannot take the aircraft back. So because of that, over the years, that you give the Nigerians your aircraft, they will lease the aircraft from you. At the end of the day, it's the carcass you see. That's why you see so many carcass aircrafts in Lagos, in Abuja. They will remove all the vital components. So we're now like, okay, we are not going to give Nigeria our aircraft. You can only give them wet leases. I mean, it will be there, seeing what you are doing. So that's why you see most of the airlines, it's some white guys. It's called wet lease. So they are there, flying the aircraft, seeing what is going on. We maintain our aircraft ourselves, but it comes at a very high cost for the airline. Very high cost because it is agreement. They are not meeting up with the agreements. They carry the aircraft and they will leave.
All right. So, but let's talk about the pressure with the airlines, with operation. I learned that with about 6 aircrafts, you do 7 operations, routes, 17
Yeah.
routes, sorry,
17 routes, yes.
with
Yes.
5 aircrafts.
Yes.
How do you deal with that?
Now, one thing you need to know about the airplane itself, the machine itself. The machine is very, very fast.
Okay.
Say, for example, you run Abuja to Lagos
Yes.
in 55 minutes. That means in 55 minutes, I take off from Abuja, I'm in Lagos. So the aircraft, let me say, I give you another 45 minutes, I leave Lagos, I'm going to Owerri. That was maybe 30 minutes. Another 45 minutes, I move from Owerri to Abuja. Then from Abuja, I can go to Kano.
So one
From
aircraft
Kano,
can do up to 5 destinations.
one aircraft
Can do 5 locations
more than 5
in a day.
in a day, in within 24 hours. More.
That is what it's built for.
That's the machine is immense. In fact, anytime Nigeria take the aircraft, funny enough, people think, oh, Nigeria plane are old. We don't maintain what. Do you know anytime we take our aircraft for maintenance? These guys were like, you guys are not using these aircraft. You guys are pampering these aircrafts.
I don't understand.
You guys are not flogging these aircraft.
With 17 operations a day,
Please,
in Lagos, how many your airline do in Lagos?
out of Lagos, averagely they
Yeah.
operate 25 flights out of Lagos. Average 25 to 30 flights. People from Abuja, 25 flights. Averagely.
With how many aircrafts?
Let's say with 7 aircrafts.
And you do 25.
20 flights.
And yet you're not shutting the aircrafts.
We're not supposed do you know, even with that, we are even still underutilizing the aircrafts. The facility in the airport does not really encourage night operation.
Yes.
The fact that it's only Abuja, Port Harcourt, Kano, sometimes Enugu is not consistent.
Their runway is not right.
That allows night operation. But imagine there is night operation in all these airports. It's supposed to be running 24 hours operation.
Exactly.
24 hours. But you
So you can walk to the airport anytime.
anytime there is flight. Anytime you go to Heathrow, anytime there is flight. So those be running. So that's why we are not really flogging the aircraft. So the aircraft will just go by 6 o'clock, 10 o'clock. We
rest it.
No, you're supposed to be. So for the pressure, right? Now in this case, now sometimes like a place like Abuja, Lagos, you're having 6 aircraft, for example. These 6 aircraft will be on ground at the same time, going to different destinations. Understand? They are on ground, going to different destinations. You have to ensure that each passengers are on the correct aircraft and their bags are on it without them misrouting the bag or taking the passengers to another destination. So that's where the pressure comes in. As I said the last time, it's about planning.
Yeah.
It's about, one, you calm down, right? Number 2, you multitask. Yes, you can multitask. Then what you now do, you assign tasks. You assign your tasks and you take which one is priority. Now the priority there is now where all the airports are not built for the same, like they don't have the same equipment. Say for example, places like Osubi, like Benin, like Anambra, they are sunset station, which means by 6 o'clock
Should be done.
the airport will be closed. So let's say at 5 o'clock, I have 6 aircraft on ground. One is going to just sunset station, the other one is going to Port Harcourt. Now, that's why you see literally, or let me say most time, when you see all this destination into the night, it's always Abuja, Lagos, or Lagos, Abuja.
Yeah.
Because Lagos encourage night landing, Abuja encourage night landing, right? So that's why we must shift. Okay, we have Abuja of 12 o'clock. To accommodate the sunset station, I put them ahead and now take Abuja far, sometimes into the night. People complaining, my flight of 4 o'clock, your airline came in for 3 a.m.
Yes.
That will happen because yes, they are sacrificial lamb, so that the sunsets are coming.
Let's talk about, let's say, the next 10 to 20 years. Where do you see aviation in Nigeria?
Now, aviation is getting robust by the day in Nigeria. We have more operators and we have a longer sustainability. Unlike before, people just come in after 5 years, they are gone 3 years, 2 years. Now, because of awareness, now permit me to call out this airline Aero.
Okay.
Now, Aero did a great job then, back then, when they introduced the 5,000 naira flight tickets. Back then, because that was even, I think, the first thing that even introduced me into flying. Even my parents, no, me, especially into flying. Now, because once about aviation, once you taste it,
You don't want to go
you
back.
don't want to go back. Once you just taste that flying, you don't want to go back. Once you know that it's possible for me to take off from Abuja, that my friend that took me to the airport, before getting home,
I'm already
I'm
landed.
already in Lagos.
Mm.
You don't want to miss it for anything.
And then-
So before you know it, the volume of people into it. Now, let me tell you this: all the flying public, flying, let me say, people that are flying, it's just, if you look at the compared to the population of Nigeria, they are just minus. Just say, I don't know if the 1% or 2%. We do the calculation. But these people are recycled around all the airline. We are recycling the same people.
Yeah.
I will tell you, airpiece, I will never use airpiece again. I'm going to United. You enter United. Before you know it, you going? No, go back to airpiece. United is the best. The day we go back to Ibo. So we are just recycling. But now, in the next 5 years, more people are coming into
Yeah.
that flying public. More people are coming in. Our population is expanding, and more people are coming in. So even as president now, the equipment we have on ground is not enough. You see that in December. That playout, that playout in December, where we have more people, less equipment.
Yeah.
So everybody, every airline was overstretched. So in the next 5 years, there will be more population, so more people are coming in into aviation. So aviation is going to be more robust. Aviation, that's it, for the airline, for the operator, is going to be more, more profitable because more people are coming in.
Thank
And number two, for the future
Yeah.
of aviation in Africa, I will talk into this. I will talk about drone is the future.
Hmm.
We are talking about air taxi
Yes.
using drone. There are still regulation frame, even FAA. Most in the world now, yes, FAA take the lead. There are regulation framework around it. Drone operation, that's because now I'm sending in my cargo, that one can take care of it.
Yeah.
Where drones will take care of cargo delivery. Now we have called air taxi, where I can just take him from, let's say, from Betama to area one.
Yeah.
No, those short, short. So we call it air taxi. These are the future. I'm sure Nigeria will take it first because Nigeria take the lead. I'm seeing Nigeria, I'm seeing South Africa, these two countries, because trust Nigerians. If it works in America, we are bringing it here. If it works in Europe, and we are taking the lead, we are bringing it here. And once we start,
That's it.
and I trust, I will say Lagos will start first. Lagos will take the lead. Once Lagos starts, forget it, the whole Africa will key into it.
Thank you very much. So, what's your advice in conclusion? What's your advice to a teenager watching this podcast now that wants to come into aviation?
If you want to come into aviation, yes, aviation, yes, is good, but it is financial. You have to have enough financial commitment. In the sense that the trainings are not cheap. Yeah, the trainings are not cheap. Have that in mind.
But they are worth it.
So, but it's worth it. Trainings are not cheap, but it's worth it. Now, aviation gives you a leverage in life. Now, it gives you a leverage for you to quickly achieve what you want to get. I want to be this. And when I'm talking about aviation, I'm talking about the key component, which is the piloting, maybe the engineering or the crew or the operations. So it gives you that leverage and global exposure.
Yeah.
It's if you go to the in UK, for example, or in Europe, as secondary school, as those guys doing their cabin crew, you just push, just grab the cabin crew, international flight, you see them flying international. So it gives you that global exposure on sign. So as a teenager coming into aviation, look at what is your passion. Do I want to fly? Do I want to be an engineer? You understand? So if you just want to work on the I have somebody that's just like working on the aircraft. And Engineering is also, it's not like the normal mechanic that you no. It's another thing. It's another way entirely and easy, right? So if you are coming in, if you don't have the money to do that, just those training, come in regardless. Because in aviation there is a career pattern. You can come in as a cleaner and end up as a captain.
Interesting.
We have a lot of people, captains today that's coming in as a cleaner.
Interesting.
They are cleaner, clean the air because they just love the aircraft. They apply as a cleaner. Today they are captain. Today. So just give you that career path. You know. So everything is possible. Number one, must have the passion. You must be disciplined. It must not be moved. So money should not be your focus. Like I want to make money. No. You will make money legally. Yes, but that should not be your drive because in case it doesn't come, you'll not be disappointed. So that should not be your drive. The drive should be passion. The life should be discipline. And of course, once you come in early, I advise you to come in early. If you come in early, fantastic. You said so. You have a good career path.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
This was a very wonderful session. I appreciate you. Trust me, we are coming again.
I hope to see you again.
Thank you so much.
We have a lot to discuss.
A lot. So watch out. Thank you so much. God bless you.